mission to help refugee girls. I choose to use what has happened to me for good. My name is Chantale Zuzi, and I am a 2024 Moonshot Young Leader. When I was born, people wanted to kill me because of my skin color. They believed that it was a curse, it was magical, and that, they could use my body for sacrificial purposes. I grew up in Democratic Republic of Congo. My mother, she didn't have the opportunity to go to school. She was married when she was 14 years old. Survival was the priority. How would you prioritize education when survival is really what actually you need, like food and water? And so she empowered me to go to school. She was like, even though you can't see, but you can hear, you can learn different, and you can be different. I learned to never take anything for granted. The peaceful evening was torn apart by gunfire. Terrified screams filled the air. My mother and father wanted us children to seek shelter from this danger. I remember my mother shouting to us all, "Go to the tree, go to the tree," she said. There was no time to say goodbye. Unfortunately, there was a massacre that happened in my village where I grew up in, and my parents were murdered. And this is when I learned to cry on the inside. But again, I had to learn how to embrace the pain, but also reaching for hope. My family and I left the Congo and went to a refugee camp in Uganda to seek for safety. I didn't know a refugee could be me, could be you, or anybody else. And so it was hard to believe that I was now a refugee. Anyone can become a refugee when you just lose that place of safety you once had, and that's it. It's very fragile, to have a place to call home.
It wasn't so long ago that you were that girl in the refugee camp in Uganda. If you were to go back and say anything to her, what would you tell her?
Wow. Well, I'll tell her to not give up. The night can be too long, but the morning will come. I'll tell her that it is possible to break through, and it's possible to find a place of safety and of community. It is possible. And I would hope that she will believe that, because at that point, it was hard to believe. The fact that Moonshot believes in me and my potential as a young person, this is sometimes what we need, someone to just believe in you and to know that, yes, you can believe in yourself, of course, but if nobody believes in you, then it's really hard to move forward. It gave me this courage and hope for the future. You see all these young people having all these amazing ideas, and you see yourself and you're like, wow, I feel like I belong in this place. Seeing the diversity of ideas, it's been magical. We want to make this world a better place, and that's what unites all of us here. I, know that a refugee can be anything she dreams she can be. But what does it take for a refugee to be anything? And that is the question I'm trying to answer with Refugee Can Be. Refugee Can Be is a nonprofit that I founded to support education for refugee girls in Uganda. Coming to the United States, I was able to be provided with education. I was like, how can I use, what's the opportunity that I was given to support others who actually might not or would never have this opportunity and be their voice. It's hard to say things happen for a reason. What happened to you in your past is not your fault, but what is gonna happen to you now in present, you have to choose how to live your life. You did not choose for all these things to happen to you. It's not your fault. I look at my past, I look at where I came from, and it reminds me of why I'm here, what's, of my purpose and my mission. I'm a leader, Chantale Zuzi, but also I'm a leader. That's how I define myself.